down would be the best way to grow or market your contact lens practice or your practice in general?
As far as the contacts, you want to always stock your most commonly used spheres. And of course, you can't with torics or multifocals, but you have a couple favorite spherical lenses or daily lenses. You want to stock those because patients love to be able to take their lenses the same day, and if you can offer that, they're more likely to get them through you than to go shopping for them. So that's one thing I found. Offer online ordering as well. Our website has for 10, 12 years, and we actually get orders from all over the country. I don't know why, but we get we get more from outside our practice than we do from our own patients for some reason, so that's always very helpful. We also let patients know that we have online ordering on all of our materials, our business cards, our little contact lens bags that we use. Has our website with and when we give them a contact lens prescription, it also has that information on there. So we want to make it as convenient as possible for them. Also to be competitive in your pricing. We shop the competition regularly, and kind of, we don't want to be the lowest, but we want to at least be in the ballpark, so that they can't say, well, this is $20 more per box at your place, and then they're more likely to shop. So we try to be competitive, and we shop the competition. And then we also offer volume discounts to the patients, and also stress, all the companies give rebates, so you want to make sure you stress that they're going to get some money back as well.
I think that's very important now, the website and all the things that Aggie mentioned have worked for us too. But I feel like now, since patients come to you because of insurance, not like when I first came into practice, we had zero insurance and everything was cash paying, but those days are really gone. Now is 80% insurance and 10% private pay. So with 80% insurance, they're going to come. So as far as marketing, just being on the insurance panels, because they're not going to go pick you if you're not on their panel. So at least that opens the door. And I don't know if you find that yours.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if they're not loyal, they're loyal to their insurance. Because I'll get a patient to say, I even had one today that told me, I saw him 20 years ago, and he said, I'm coming back after 20 years because finally you're on my insurance again. And I'm like, wow. So, I think that's what's driving, but don't get me started on insurance.
That's a whole topic. A couple of things that I feel is really important in our practice is online reputation, managing reviews, and that I'm down the street from USAA, and those guys don't do anything unless they review it, yell at their neighbors. They want reputation, they want reviews, and they want word of mouth to what people's experiences. We've done quite a bit of investing in technology. We don't have any kids, so we spend it on our office. So we just have the latest specular microscope, topographer, pachymeter, fundus camera, OCT, whatever comes on the market, it's going to be at our office. And patients are, somewhat impressed, but ultimately, if you are not at the insurance plan, they will not come. They will just, it's different when you're in a mall or a strip center, or you have the big billboard off of I-10. It does make some change, but ultimately we have to be on the vision plan in order to get these people. But ultimately, it's the word of mouth. If they come in because of their insurance, if they're impressed with you, they're going to send their neighbors, their people from their church, people from their co-workers. We have direct shipping to their work. It's nothing like when they get a UPS box, they're like, what'd you get? What'd you get? And it's contact lens from my eye doctor. It impresses them, and people are paying attention to those. So we feel customer service is really what we try to strive on.
So for the next one, if you could please share advice or apparel with each of the students, or with all the students here today about owning a private practice and kind of what you wish you had known early on.
I think the biggest thing is learn as much as you can about managing staff. That's the biggest headache. And I've got 16 staff members, and it's hard. It's still hard after all these years, trying to get them on the same page as you are, trying to make sure they're giving good customer service all the time, and also, having them buy into your mission and your goals. So it's really a constant struggle. So I wish I had learned more about that. I guess maybe a little more leadership skills would have been helpful. And more as we've gone down the road than really initially. That would be my best advice to you.
That when I first got out, you couldn't practice under a corporate name. You had to practice under your OD name. That changed later. So patients get used to coming to see you and not to the practice. So then you want to take a vacation because you're in private practice, and you pay, you contract an OD for so much a day for the 2 weeks I was going to be out of town. And nobody wants to see them because they say, oh no, wait till she gets back. And you still have to pay that doctor. And so it's a real problem. So I learned this is better if you can market more the practice than just yourself, or get your patients used to seeing other people in your practice. Because if not, you're going to be a slave to the practice. It's very difficult to take off.
I have two things that I feel are important. One, I think when you look out for your patient, do the right thing for the patient, and look out for what's in their best interest. Ultimately, everything else is going to work out itself. Profits, overhead, everything else really works out as long as you're looking out for the patient. The second thing is you're not going to be able to make every patient happy. That's just a given fact. I'm going to steal a line from people. There's knuckleheads out there, and there's no way you can get everybody to be happy. And you try, and we are people pleasers. Our mission is to make people happy. We listen to them all day long to whine about this, that, the other. I want to see from here to Austin, and I can't see. These contact lenses are always dry. And so we want to solve their problem and take care of them and make them happy. But ultimately, honestly, patients give you a hug on the way out. I was just telling the doctors here, I had a patient today that went to my old office, paid and got an eye exam, and came back and said, no, that's not good enough. I'm going to go see Amir, and I'm going to pay again to get another eye exam. So people will come and people will follow you, and your children will grow up, and you will buy houses and cars, and you will go places and vacations, hopefully booking it through Dr. Palace's travel agency. So you will see things, and you will grow with these practice. So do the right thing for the patient. I think that's really my advice is be true to that one statement. Do the right thing for the patient.
So how do you guys keep current with all the new advances with contact lenses, as well as the different innovative uses? So any sources that you guys can pay attention to, like particularly?
Well, there's so much these days in the internet, and of course I read the journals, not as much anymore, but there's always great information. Contact lens spectrum, being the main one for contacts. Webinars, any specialty lens you want to fit now. You just go on the website, the company website, and there's usually webinars on. You can either get certified or learn how to fit the lenses. It's not as good as hands-on, but it still is very, very helpful. And of course, all the companies have their fitting guides. Most of the time it's something you want to definitely follow. So that's helpful. We get, I'm on email from all of the companies that I do business with, so if there's, new parameters coming out, if a new lens coming out, then I get that information on a regular basis. Still use Tyler's Quarterly, I don't know if you're all familiar with that, but that lists all the different lenses out there, and every so often I go through and just see what's new in there, but I use that definitely more as a reference. You've got the AOA contact lens section, which I'm a member of, so they send out monthly newsletters. They've got a lot of stuff on on their website, helpful information. Another great site, I don't know if you're familiar with either, it's the Gas Permeable Lens Institute, and gpli.com or org, I don't know which one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great information on that site. They have a lot of continuing education webinars that I attend. There's one on scleral lenses for post-surgical patients, I think, coming up. So it's very good, and there's a lot of helpful information you can order from them, brochures, and it's free. I actually did a little show and tell here. They send you these cards on how to fit lenses for presbyopia, little pocket guides. It's all free stuff, so it's a great site to check out.
Okay. I had basically all those sites, plus one more thing. I got to tell you something that I learned that through practice. Be kind to your reps. And something else. If you want to know what all the bad things of another lens, ask their competitor. They'll tell you the list. Then you can go back to the other and say, well, isn't this supposed to do this or this is? Oh, well, yes. But you can learn a lot from the reps, and they will tell you as much as you want to hear. So that I have learned. But now mainly the internet and the webinars. YouTube.
Yeah, what else is out there? I belong to a gas permeable site called Eyesight. It's a newsletter. It's really good. Optometric Physician, that's another newsletter. These, you sign up with these things and they send you information, and you take the time to go through it. It's not sponsored by anybody. Usually, it's pretty neutral stuff, but other colleagues as well. I think there's some great learning talking amongst yourselves, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. But there's a blog for everything. Japanese fishing industry or whatever. There's all kinds of. Tyler's Quarterly still, I think. I don't know if it's out of loyalty or I think Dr. Tyler needs my money in Arkansas. So I still subscribe to Tyler's Quarterly, even though I get it for free here. Honestly, I feel like I'm supporting something good because he's put out a good journal for 20 years, and I think it's worth supporting. Tear Film Society has a bunch of good stuff, but all of these stuff. Behind the install. You call and you get his secretary and they put you on the subscription. It is $75 a year, but
He did it 1 year after we got out of school, so that it's been like 38 years.
Amazing. But I think going to meetings as well, locals, nationals, I think there's a lot of good industry news at these meetings as well.
What can a private practice owner expect to see as a potential increase in profit by switching only from basic contact lens to adding a specialty contact lens fit?
I really don't have my exact numbers on that, but one thing, with specialty contacts, you can, of course, your professional fees, you can charge a much higher professional fee. And then you're going to have greater margins probably on the lenses themselves, because these lenses people can't get in the big boxes, and they can't get online from 1-800. So now on other lenses you have to watch and be competitive, but on the specialty lenses you do get to charge a little more what you feel is you should be getting, and especially things like the keratoconus, CRT lenses, another great example. The profit margins are much better there. I don't know the exact numbers, but CRT patients, usually we're talking ballpark $1,500 for fitting. Did you see it? Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, but not anymore.
Yeah. But I didn't have a chance to pull my numbers, so I can't give you exact numbers. I think Louisa can.
What I did is I figured out all the contact lens patients I had seen, and assumed if they all were little sphericals, that was their basic fee. And then the ones that I saw that were specialty fits, so the difference in the amounts came up to 37% more if you did specialty. But now you have a little problem, because now insurances decide how much you're going to make. And I even had an insurance today that they were telling me that I could not bill the patient and that I was only going to collect $115 a lens, and that was even less than what the lens cost me in a keratoconus patient. So I don't know exactly how it's going to resolve that, but I am not going to take any more of that insurance that are keratoconus. But they say, they have said that that was according to my contract. I said, I've never signed a contract that says that I accept less money than they cost me. So I said, can I see the contract? Then their answer was, no, that's the contract that we've assigned to all the area in San Antonio. So, it's a terrible thing. You can't get, you can think what you want to charge, but you're going to get paid and then told, and you cannot charge the patient the difference in every circumstance.
I think, the patient loyalty is worth a lot more. And I mean, the logistics of getting paid on the exam, and they have provisions for medical necessity fit, and you can fight them and you can get money. And, my attitude with those has always been, you may take a beating on one, but they put in 100 people a week in my office. So I can't really, I'm willing to take a cut on one patient for the other 100. But yeah, when it comes down to it, you drop the insurances that are not working. We dropped an insurance, we made $7 for a pair of glasses. That's not worth my staff to type the stuff into the computer. We dropped the insurances that are not working with us, patient doesn't know Davis Vision, they know me. Why did the glasses take a month and a half to come in? Why is the bifocal upside down? Stuff like that. They think I had something to do with it. Like I made it in my garage and I just messed it all up. But they don't realize that we don't make the glasses. We have nothing to do with making the glasses. It gets ordered somewhere in Kentucky and it comes down to us and we hand it to the patient. They pay us $20 for that. So we try to, we've kind of gone bare bone and decided, it's not really worth fighting with those insurance. But there is medical necessity fit, and VSP is very good at paying, even for low vision services, we get the patient to sign up for VSP just because they cover $1,500 worth of low vision devices a year. So they pay $45 a month or whatever, $40 to register, but at least at the end of the year they get in $1,500 worth of services. But there is, once that patient is loyal to your office, they ain't going to go anywhere else. The keratoconus, you could try to shake them off. One lady told me the other day, I followed you around the roof once. Don't move again.